transition day, starting week 8 tonight. Sorry, guys. Starting week 8 tonight. Actually pretty late right now, so this upload's probably gonna be done tomorrow morning. I was actually debating if I should or shouldn't, and I said, I'll commit I should. Since we spoke last week, I have updates. My last vlog, I had mentioned that I had a blister in my mouth and I wasn't sure what to do with it. I wasn't sure what was going on, and by the second or third day it got really bad. And what I ended up doing was actually popping it, and that turned into a really bad mess. What it turned out to be in the end was a blood blister. It's pretty much a canker sore gone wrong, and one of the few ways to get rid of it is either to leave it alone, and it will usually dissipate on its own, but it was too swollen and horrible, so I popped it myself. Actually, I popped it accidentally. What happened was I was brushing my teeth and I brushed my palate at the same time, and I kind of nicked a certain part of it where it was swollen, so that was a very big bloody mess, in every sense of the word, bloody and mess. Luckily I am now okay. I'm hoping it does not come back for a long time, if ever. So yeah, that was the highlight of my week. My mouth was pretty painful for a few days after that, which is normal, but now it's done. A lot of flossing, a lot of mouth rinse, and I actually was brushing my aligners just to make sure that there's no plaque or debris or grossness. I'm having a bit of problems today, as I usually do on the first days, like especially with this tooth over here. She ain't staying up. I actually wanted to show you guys what they look like without the aligners on. So if everything's gonna stay put, I can actually take off. Yes, very sexy. This is what my top of my teeth look like. I still do have a gap that's gonna take a while to close. It was a big gap to begin with, but I do see a difference. It is smaller. Actually, my incisor teeth over here, they're actually moving pretty well. I'm starting to get a tiny bit of a gap over here. It's a little more visible on that side. Sorry, guys. My bottom teeth, well, they're still pretty much the same. I'm going to be taking that out. But yeah, so it feels good to be seeing some change. I am excited to see this tooth starting to move, and I think that's what it's going to do this week. I kind of felt it when I put these in before. I'm going to leave these up while I'm talking to you guys, sorry. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing super interesting happened this week. Work is slow, so I'm really glad that I didn't have to talk too much. Sorry, guys. I actually did that at work this week. My boss was like, oh, so how do you just take them out like that? I'm like this. And I took them out exactly how I did. It's like, it looks like dentures. That was his first response. It looks like dentures. I'm like, well, they're not dentures because I take them out and my teeth are still there. My next appointment with my orthodontist actually got moved up. The day that I took my appointment, apparently they're going to be in training. So these appointments are done pretty much way in advance, because I do see her, I guess, 3 months after I got these, so I was supposed to see her in February, but my appointment was moved up a few days before, which is good. I try to do them before I change aligners. I don't want to stay with the same aligners for too long, because then you don't really get any progress. But sorry guys, my cats are going crazy. So I programmed it because they wanted to give it to me after. I'm like, well, can you give it to me before? Like, I don't mind having my aligners before. Also, the reason why I wanted it a little bit before is just in case my teeth aren't moving like they're supposed to. It gives Invisalign enough time to review and send me my modifications. So that's always a good reason to plan in advance, so that way when you're done your aligners, you don't have to wait too long before you get your new aligners if ever there's an adjustment. So yeah, so instead of my next appointment being the 4th of February, it's the 1st of February. Like, okay, not a big difference, but it's still better to have it a little bit earlier than later, because I want to give it to me later and I'm like, no, give it to me earlier. So I'm super glad for that. My orthodontist also works on my schedule, so she's able to give me my appointment super early. Since it is on my way to work, it gives me the time to stop there, just get my stuff, and then head to work. Usually I get to work by 9 anyways, so that's not too bad. I have to make an appointment to cut my hair. I used to have really, well, when I say really long hair, because there's people who actually have really, really long hair. I used to reach lower back, and when I turned 30 last year, for the dirty 30, I'm like, I'm chopping it all off. So I actually got a lob cut, and it worked for a while, but the last time I got a cut was in July, and I do like that the front is a little bit long-ish, but it's not a real lob anymore because my hair is too long. Not sure if I'm keeping the length in the front and going drastically short at the back. I shall see, because I have a really good hairdresser. He knows that I love to tie my hair. It's my go-to in the morning. I don't have time to do my hair, tie it up, go to work. So I have to see if my drastic look that I want does pass the ponytail test. So I shall see on Saturday. Hopefully I can get an appointment with him and he can do that before the holidays. So it's actually getting pretty late over here. I am going to be cutting this video short. My cats are starting to sleep. I have one going crazy, which usually means it's time for me to shut up and sleep. So I'm gonna wash my face, go to bed, and start my week 8. And next week I will see you with hopefully a new do, and yeah, with a new do and some more updates on my teeth. I'm not sure if next week I'll be doing a vlog with my my aligners completely off. I unfortunately don't have pictures of. I was really dumb for that. I was supposed to take pictures every week, but never got to it. So I'm starting pictures as of now. I do have an Invisalign app that helps me with that. I'll actually talk about that in my next blog because I'm way too exhausted for that now. So at least we have something to forward to talk about next week. In the meantime, stay warm and watch some Vlogmas. Vlogmas is awesome. Doesn't matter who it's from. I'm watching the Nunez Vlogmas, and it's pretty funny to start with. She's had a few days up already, so go watch that. I'm going to bed, so see you next week. Bye guys.